Hello. Hey friends. Streaming time. I have to get used to the camera being up there. I don't know if the difference is big for you, but for me it is, because I had just crashed my camera arm I had attached here. And now the camera is here because I had to quickly relocate it. And you see the dead rest of my microphone, of the camera arm there. There on the on that chair. Well, stuff happens. Now the camera is very far away. I'm glad that I have a bit of zoom, so you can still see me a little bit, and not from super far away. Well, is the music a bit loud? Mine is a bit loud. I don't know if yours is as well. Let me know if it's too loud. 3G, hello. How's it going, man? So, only 50 hours left for the Kickstarter, I think. Yes, 50 hours. I'm going to make a big newsletter action later when it's only 48 hours to call everyone and tell everyone that it's only 2 days left to back the campaign. And I still got 2 artworks to finish for the book, actually. So I finished everything but 2, because the 2 left are the commissions from backers who got the your own lines kind of thing. And so they gave me their ideas for what they wanted for their very personal coloring pages that will be printed in all the books, but it's their commissions, so it's their kind of personal pages. And of course, I mean, they just sent it to me last week or so, or the week before, and I had to prepare and I had to come up with ideas. And last week, if you were here when I streamed last week, I made this piece here, or I started it. So this is now finished, as you see. Lots of lines, lots of details, and I've been kind of hating myself for putting so much effort into this. I mean, obviously I want to really give the people who commissioned me and paid money for their own artworks to be in the book. Of course I wanted to do something great, but still it's really it got crazy details now, and I was like, damn, I should really start working on the next one and not hold myself up on this one. But I wanted to make this look so cool and give this kind of, make this kind of as a whole texture of details, so you could dive into this artwork so much. And yeah, that's the result. If you didn't see the stream last week, you can rewatch it on YouTube, where I have been explaining everything about the artwork and started outlining it and inking it. And today we're going to do the next scene, which is definitely very different, but that's what makes it fun. So we have lots of different stuff in the book, and it is going to be this scene here. As you see, I already started inking. So this is in the middle of the process, and I thought, hey, I'd switch the camera and mic on and show you a little bit of what I was doing here. So the idea was initially to have this kind of Asian, Japanese looking temple structure, and on like before, like within a kind of a mountain scenery, and in the scene there was supposed to be someone riding or just stopping by on their motorcycle, and here's supposed to be like a cafe or something, coffee shop kind of thing. And as you see, there's some rocks floating around, some flying islands here. So it's a bit of a fantasy setting as well. And then after like working and discussing this idea, the person who commissioned this asked me to make the structure more like not a temple, not a Japanese temple, but a mashup of different Asian architectural styles. So it's within this fantasy universe, whatever, we would have a we couldn't locate the scene in some country, but it's more like a whole fantasy mashup. And so we have this I forgot what it's called. I think it's kind of Indian. So we have here on the ground floor, we have this structure here. And on top of that, we have the temple. Now I'm trying to remember what this thing is called, but I can't. So maybe it comes back later. And then I thought, like, you know, these Tibetan flags they have when you see these pics from the mountains there, they have these funny, colorful flags in there. So I thought I would add some of these as well. And it's an open structure, so you can look through it and see the mountains here in the back. And yeah, we have a girl sitting on the bike, and then we have a little dog sitting in a sidecar. I had the idea to, the request was to add a dog somewhere, but I thought it would be really cute if the dog was riding along in the sidecar. So that's the concept. And right now I'm working on the outlines, on the inked outlines, digital ink. So I've been outlining the motorbike and the driver and dog, and I'm having lots of fun right now drawing all these rocks. And I thought it could be a cobblestone road or something. So again, lots of potential for overflowing incredible details here, but that's what my art is about. So I'm happy I can apply this in this scene as well. Yo, pretty. There she is. Stupa. Yes, right. Stupa. Yeah, so that's it's been really great process so far. I kind of, when it comes to drawing these rocks, I always try to find ways to make them look even more realistic. It's kind of funny because with every artwork that has these structures, I'm like, I can do better. Let's try again. And now here is a perfect example of an artwork where I can practice this. Let's see where it goes. I think what we're going to do is maybe drawing the temple next. So the stupa. It's a funny word, kind of. Could be German actually. Stupa. Could be German for maybe for a weird kind of shoes or so, or something from the kitchen. You like the clean shave tree? Yeah, I'm not sure. I really like the beard better, but every now and then I feel like I want to have a clean shave, and that was yesterday. But whenever I do it, I'm like, damn, I should go back to I should hope that it grows back quickly. My wife doesn't like it either. She always says like I look like a different person, and she likes it better with a beard. And but I think it makes me younger, so I think I look a bit younger. So whenever I need to remind myself that I'm not so extremely old, I just shave and yeah, and feel good for 3 days or so until it grows back. So as you see, the whole building is standing on a rock that is a bit well, I think it's not probably not flying, but standing on this erupted ground or whatever you want to call it. And there's a lot of dynamic going on. What I want to try is to not make it look too wild or kind of threatening. So I don't want to have a vibe in there that looks like you should better get the fuck out of there because the whole thing is going to crumble down on you. But more like a vibe that this has a certain dynamic and there's lots of stuff going on and lots of movement in the picture, but it's not too wild or too aggressive or not too dynamic. And I think the pose of the rider, and also there will be people here sitting here. I also want to add a table here later with people sitting there. This will also add to this atmosphere because you see, okay, there's lots of dynamic in these rocks flying around, but there's people sitting there having their tea, and they're not afraid. Maybe they have to, while they drink a tea, maybe in between they have to kind of push the rocks away because they don't want to get hit on the head by them, but yeah. Yeah, the baby, I think I'm 36 now. I'm turning 37 in 6 weeks. And I think the baby face time is over for me. So I had this when I had a displayable beard quite late. So until 24, 25, I couldn't really wear a beard because it looked like a kid trying to grow 3 hairs in his face. That was just not really looking good. But it's so then there were probably like 10 years where whenever I shaved the beard completely, I was having this baby face look, and now well, the wrinkles are hitting hard. I guess so I don't look like a baby anymore without a beard, but definitely younger. So I would say I definitely look like a couple of years younger or so. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. Yo, Davey. Yeah, this is another commission for Preeti, actually. 3 messages above yours. So Preeti commissioned me to draw this for the coloring book. So it's one of the Your Own Lines commissions for the book. I also today, just this morning, I uploaded the last stretch goal for the book. So I don't know if it's possible, but if it's going to 20k, so right now it's I think 16.6 or something. So I mean it's only it's kind of going towards 17k. So it's only 2 days left, but I saw some Kickstarters where there was incredible action in the last couple days or a couple hours even. And if this is the case for some reason for mine and we reach 20k, I will do a exclusive brush pack for everyone. So I like the idea because also the digital backers get something. And I will also, because I wanted to do something physical as well, I will also do a bookmark with one of my artworks. So it's kind of a double stretch goal. I mean, 20K would be absolutely crazy if we can get there, but we'll see. I don't have any expectations. I'm really happy with the result already. So everything that is now being added to that is just a bonus for me. The existential crisis, yeah. I'm pretty sure that I will at some point will have quite the midlife crisis. I'm already preparing for that, because in the last couple of years I had an increase in medical problems. So nothing really serious, but stuff like my Achilles heel is hurting. And I'm doing lots of sports since 2 or 3 years. I have a really nice and very regular sports routine, and I can't go running anymore because my Achilles heel won't allow it. And this is the kind of shit you don't want to experience, and that makes me think like, oh fuck, this is going to, my body is getting older and sending me signals that some stuff isn't possible anymore. And this stuff is really annoying me very, very much, because I can handle some stuff, but staying healthy is really would be nice. And then, I mean, on a professional level, you see all the young artists with that are 20 and killing it on social media, and doing really good work, just really good work. Not only good at feeding the algorithm, but also doing great work. And you're like, damn, these are too good, these guys. That's quite common with artists, by the way. So I know lots of artists who have the same, who feel the same when they see like the young talent rising up. Oh yeah, I'm doing good. So that's the thing, is it's all not to be taken too serious. It's more like thinking about this stuff, and but it's not like that I have a crisis or that I'm afraid of being replaced. I mean, we're going to be replaced by AI, but even the young artists are going to be replaced, so so that's okay. By the way, as you see here, I have a perspective grid in there. This is Procreate's standard perspective grid. So I set it up in Procreate for the perspective I wanted to have here, and it's extremely helpful with all these cobblestones and these structures here. Very, very useful. Here it is a bit tricky because we have lots of round structures, and there's a bit of eyeballing involved. Ideally, I'd have a 3D model or something, but I'm going to try to eyeball it. Yeah, that's right. You're not getting worse at art. This is kind of a very, very good rule, a very good thing to keep in mind. Sometimes it feels like you're getting worse. There's these days where you try to draw a character and you're like, okay, I've done this before, but this looks so bad. How is it possible? But progress isn't a straight curve or a straight line, right? So sometimes you're I think someone explained it to me as a plateau, progress plateau. So your progress line is like steps, and in between going up there's flat areas where you don't improve at all. And this feels sometimes like you're moving back, but actually you're just not ready for the next big step yet. And I think that's really, really very precise, and that's, at least, I mean, I can say that's exactly how it felt for me. And keeping this in mind is giving me lots of comfort whenever I think I suck at drawing. Or I suck more at drawing than I did the day before. So this is a very, very ugly tangent. Very good example for a very simple drawing principle. So this line hitting here is looking weird. So what are we going to do? We are faking it a little bit and making this a little longer. And then it's better. Well, at least a bit. Let's make it even more better. By not ideal. Sometimes you have these encounters in your drawings where two objects just fall together, and it's not easy to get them aligned with the cool thing is you can always find a solution by just adjusting a couple lines here and there. I just saw a tweet this morning. Someone was sharing an artwork with the caption, I think, share, like asking people to share an artwork that changed their career or their like that made a significant change in their style or whatever. And I was thinking about a piece I made for the very first Japan Days piece. So for everyone familiar with the series, this is an artwork where two kids are riding down a street with their bicycles, and it's called Suburb Sunday. And this was actually a piece for a challenge where someone asked for submitting a piece that is based on photography, like more or less loosely influenced by, and it had to be an environmental shot, so something with the background and everything. So, and back then I hardly didn't do any environmental art, so everything was just some characters or objects on a flat background. And I thought like, wow, this is probably really hard for me to do now, but I'm going to try because I find this challenge so cool. And the result was this Suburb Sunday piece where I kind of surprised myself by how, like, first, how much I enjoyed this, and second, sometimes you gotta admit when you're doing something nice, and I was like, this is much better than I expected, and this is a really good piece. And this is, yeah, it's just the same what I was mentioning earlier. You have this plateau, and then suddenly you encounter a step where you really, like, in short period of time make a progress. And I felt like with this artwork it was the case. It was like, hey, I'm trying this, I'm doing this. I sat down for 15-20 hours, made an artwork, and it was much better than I expected, and or than I predicted maybe. And this led me to making more environmental art. And yeah, it's sometimes you have these pieces that lead you to something new. So if you have been drawing skulls and animals before, and suddenly you start drawing character sheets or developing something with more storytelling or something, like me, like more environmental, and you suddenly discover that you're actually quite good at it, or that it feels easy to get better at it, then you can be on a new track. And this is really great, and I just hope, and I think, but I also hope that this will never stop. I hope that this will kind of continue as long as I can hold a pen in my old hands, that I will discover these artworks that lead me to something new. A couple years ago, I could never ever imagine to make a comic or graphic novel, because I don't have the consistency in my art or I don't want to learn to have the consistency as well, because I think it's a pain in the ass to become someone who kind of draws a character 100 times and the character is always recognizable. So I thought I would never do a graphic novel or something, and right now I think I could probably do it in 2024, because I feel like I have improved a couple of skills, and I also realized that you do not have to make a graphic novel that is based on a character that is visible in every panel. You can also do, like, storytelling can also be done through environments and through everything, and it doesn't have to be a classic character figure. So maybe you want to try something like that next year. We'll see. Yeah, well, the architecture background is, I guess that's really very useful. I'm curious how many lines your Japanese train station will have. I hope you can keep it in human doable levels. Well, perspective is tricky for these. I have a picture of a temple here, by the way. So I'm trying to at least get some things a bit... well, to understand a couple things, how it is built, etc. But this is not making sense. It's not that easy. Yo, Silvio, thanks very much. Much appreciated. Yeah, late to the party. Well, not too late, so that's all right. Which edition did you get? The collectors or the standard? Nice. Yeah, well, it will be on the way soon then. I'm just making the last layout changes, and obviously, I mean, doing these artworks here that will be in the book, and then I have a couple of final layout decisions I need to make, and then it's ready to be printed. Just talked to the printer today as well. Got some specs, so everything's looking good. It is a bit large here, so I'm going to just like an elevator. Preparation work. Well, the most artworks were actually already done, so it was because the book has a selection of my own favorite artworks from the last, I think, around 2 to 3 years. I think the most are from the last 1 to 2 years, and I'm not sure, but I think there's one that is around 3 years old. And so I only had to do like a minimum work when it comes to the artworks, prepare the files, etc. But yeah, but the layout work has probably taken around 3 to 4 weeks before I started the campaign. So most of the work actually was preparing the campaign itself, like all the graphics, deciding for cover artwork and cover layout, writing all the copy for the campaign, etc. So that was the most work. So I think in total probably I prepared probably around 6 to 8 weeks before I launched the campaign. But if this was a book where I had to do all the art works specifically for this book, I would have taken much longer, of course. I also read a lot about promoting Kickstarter campaigns, so I try to inform myself about the stuff that is important to get backers involved, and some advice on how to build a campaign, etc. So, but I find that really interesting, and so I just enjoyed reading experience, like reading reports from other backers, from other campaign runners, and checking out other campaigns. this is tricky here. The perspective is it's really hard to figure out how these roofs work. I think I want to try this a little bit differently. Yeah, I mean, it's my first campaign, so it was really exciting to see how it works, and I think Kickstarter or crowdfunding in general is a very special ecosystem, kind of what people look for and how everything works, and there's different communities, like the comic and art community definitely is a really big one on Kickstarter, but they kind of have their own rules, and it's interesting to find out what is important to them, like what they are looking for, and but so one reason I wanted to go through crowdfunding, and apart from, of course, the financial aspect of being able to fund the project before paying all the money yourself for printing, etc. But one thing I wanted to try is if it's possible to reach an additional audience through Kickstarter, so people that are looking for projects like mine, but that who don't follow me yet. And this obviously went incredibly well, so you have, of course, analytics and statistics about where your backers come from, and there's lots of people who apparently have been finding my work or my book on Kickstarter itself. So even like from, I think it's 311 people now, and I think around 60% or so have been coming through Kickstarter, and that's really great. Especially as it's hard to rely on social media following these days. So the times where you had 100k followers and could expect to have a conversion rate of 2 to 5% are absolutely over. So you can't expect this amount of followers to support a project like that anymore. A couple of years ago that was still possible, but that's really not the case anymore, and therefore, yeah, it's more important than ever to try to acquire new audience through different sources. Yeah, I'm glad I tried it, and it definitely won't be my last campaign. So I can say that it's very motivating for me to try more projects on Kickstarter. Like I said before, I definitely want to do a graphic novel or any kind of similar project, and I think this is perfect for Kickstarter, of course. This roof still looks wrong. It's difficult to figure it out. Maybe it even has to look a little bit wrong. Sometimes there's these things that you just have to draw in a way that looks weird and incorrect. Isometry is sometimes that way, so you think this just can't be the case, and then you do the math and do your grid, and you see, oh no, it's definitely correct, and it just looks weird. And then in the end it comes together and you realize that the math is always correct. I mean, not your math, but math in general is never lying. Yep. Nasty pagoda. I forgot that word as well. I'm sorry. Thanks for reminding me. Not I'm sorry. I'm not apologizing for forgetting words, because then I would never stop apologizing. Talking about getting older. Names are my absolute nemesis. Okay. I like it now, though. I think it's on a good way. How did this get out of the perspective so much? Huh. Oh, from the scaling. I scaled it, or not scaled it, but I pushed part of it lower, and now the perspective, of course, is a bit off. I think you'd usually not see it, so I don't mind if, or I even prefer if not everything is like 100% perfect in the perspective, because this makes things look a bit more natural and not so stiff and clean. But for these lines here, I think it's good if they are aligning to the grid. Hey Shumi, how's it going? I'm good, I'm good. I'm always happy when I'm drawing. If someone hits me in the face, something that of course happens every day. No, if someone says something nasty to me, then I'm upset, and then I go home and I start to draw. I am able to always forget it instantly, because I'm just happy to make art. Of course, I prefer not to be told something nasty. The book is my coloring book. What's the commands again? Not slash. Am I stupid? What do I have to enter if I want to do a command? I think my brain is just completely broken. Ah, yeah, right. Exclamation mark. So here's the link to the book if you want to check it out. There's the video on the page where I'm explaining what it's about, etc. Exclamation mark. Yeah, that's correct. You can also there's lots of different stuff. For example, if you want to know my brushes, you can add exclamation mark brushes, and then it makes this, and I think iPad, and I don't know, I have some more of these, but I never used them a lot. Hey, Uriah. How's it going? Oh yeah, thanks for asking for a like. I never, or I always forget to ask for that, but sure, likes are always appreciated. I'm still not sure how to really grow in terms of live stream viewers on YouTube. I think it really depends on how many followers you or subscribers you have on YouTube. I'm not sure how else it works, but I guess it's a mix of doing some regular video posts and also being live every now and then. Dominik, was geht? Alarm. Yep, consistency, as always, is the key to win any kind of social media game. Okay, so yeah, I really want to try to finally post on YouTube consistently. So I have this on my mind for forever, such as so many other ideas. But I think I mentioned last time actually. I think YouTube has lots of potential still compared to other platforms. So I mean, maybe even the most potential right now, because there's no new player joining the game somehow. So I mean, we have threads or stuff like that, but it's not really an option. I mean, it's literally not an option for us people in Germany or Europe, because we can't use it. But apart from that, there's not really anything new that is promising. So I guess we have to focus on what's there and what's established. And I think YouTube has lots of potential. So I want to try. So my goal is to maybe post 2 long form videos each month in the future. I'm trying to do that and to find a routine. But of course, producing these videos is lots of work, much more work than just doing any kind of Instagram posts or reels. So I have to just grow into it and see how it goes. And shorts is also something I didn't really understand so far. So my shorts don't really perform. What I see is, from what I get, like when I look at shorts that are have like a huge reach and that are in my algorithm, that something that works for reels isn't really working for shorts, because reels is just like 4-second piece of disposable content that goes into the trash after watching it. And I think to YouTube shorts there's more value behind the content, so more actual information, and actually it's better than reels in my opinion. But I couldn't figure out how to do something that is working so far. Well, but it's all about experimenting anyway, and trying stuff, so just keep up doing that. The commission, yeah, as you see here, going good. I almost filled maybe half the canvas. So, I mean, there's lots of sky, so that is easy. And no, it's good. It's going. I love the scene so far. It's going to be really nice when it's done. Love the details of the motorcycle and the cobblestone street and everything. So this will be really cool. Yeah, the vlogging thing is possibly a good idea as well. I'm not sure if it's for me, to be honest, because first of all, I simply don't think my daily life is really very interesting, to be honest, because most of the time I'm just sitting here. Sometimes I'm sitting in a cafe, but the stuff I do is very much the same every day. Just the things I draw are different, of course, and that's what I obviously share. So if I'm not just doing any kind of vacation or something, I don't think I have so much material for vlogging, to be honest. So I don't think I would watch my own vlog if someone was sharing the content I would share, or I would be able to share, because what I could do in my daily life, everyday life, I don't think I would watch it, to be honest. That doesn't mean, by the way, that I don't enjoy my life. It's just, you know, it's just not. There's just not so much fantastic stuff happening that is worth sharing. Well, that's a lot of lines, right? Perfect for the book. I'm leaving this area here open because there will be some kind of tree or something, and I'm just lazy and I'm not drawing a part that is going to be hidden later on anyway. So it's my own kind of time management to save me from drawing. Save time from drawing this. Sometimes it backfires, because there are, of course, artworks where you decide, sometimes the client decides, hey, let's put something there. So and you're like, oh man, now I have to move this tree out of the way, and there's not a building behind it. But I'm willing to take that risk, because usually it works fine this way. Oh, well, that's good to know, Irai. That's I mean, that's interesting for me. like good information for me that it would be something you'd like to see. I mean, sometimes I share it, of course, on Instagram in my stories when I'm sitting in a cafe or something, but I could try using my phone and then just taking a couple of clips here and there, sure. Okay, now I want to draw these parts here. Eyeballing some plant pots. I'm trying to make sense with how they hang here. Maybe like that. Yeah, looks about right. Okay, plant pots looking fine. As you see, I always work with multiple layers here to organize myself and make my life a little bit easier. And now, after these are hanging fine in the right place, I am going to combine the layers so it's all on one. I could keep the layers, of course, and maybe do something with it later. If I wanted to animate it, I would have to keep these pots maybe on a single layer. So I could, for example, let's say I want to have this pot kind of swinging in the wind or something later. I would keep these on a separate layer, but this won't be animated, so I can merge them. Okay, up next, let's make these little flags hanging from the, yeah, actually, what is it? Decorative lines. Trying to add a little bit of dynamic here by giving them some different sizes, and also I let them kind of fly in the wind, and they touch each other's and overlay each other's, which makes this look much more interesting. I hope I still have a good quality here, because I'm getting some drop frames warnings again. Let me know if anything is not running smoothly. I don't know why my internet connection is doing some weird stuff lately. All good, okay. Glad to hear that. So I got some like 5% drop frames warning. 5% drop frames, that's still 57 frames per second, so I think that's that's already that's still totally fine, but yeah, if anything is weird, just let me know. So, first interior or first roof? I think I'm going for the roof, because there will be a second... Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, no, nothing, nothing problematic. There will be a third level with second pagoda. That's what I wanted to say, but my mouth didn't. I think I'm going to try to copy this one first and align it to the perspective a little to see if this gives me a good base for doing that. I think so. Let's draw him. By the way, is any one of you guys working with Affinity Designer? Love to hear thoughts about what it is like to draw and paint in. Because they asked me if I wanted to do a piece for a campaign, but obviously I would do it in Affinity, and it'd be great to get some opinions if anyone has worked with it before. Probably just give it a try. They sent me a license to download it. And I always love to try out software. Right, no one. Well, I think it's for illustration and painting, digital painting and stuff. It's probably not that common. Well, I might just give it a try and let you know how I like it. Okay, I think if I just add a cliff here and a tree there, I'm done. And the sun. Here's the sun, and that's it. Maybe the sea. Done. No, of course we won't do that. We need the details. Let me quickly have a look at my statistics. Oh, 9 hours. Well, that's very much within the expected range. Okay. I want to add a character standing here. A fly. A huge fly. No, some kind of guy standing there. Yes, progress going well. Absolutely. Maybe someone where we want to know is this guy maybe looking at the motorbike rider, or is he looking into the distance? He could be looking into the distance like that. I think looking down is more interesting, because then we have a nice sideline, which is giving the perspective a whole little touch of additional storytelling, because she's kind of looking at the building here and he's looking down on her, so we have a tension between these two sidelines, which is always telling a story if you want or not. He's a bit large though. Maybe a nice hat. Maybe something to drink. Is he waiting for her? Do they even know each other? We do not know. Right, guys, I need to take a break because I'm damn hungry. I need to eat a banana or something. Looks like my lunch wasn't keeping me supplied until dinner, and I need to take a stop at the bathroom as well. But I will then take a break from drawing as well, so I might as well just end the stream here before I keep you waiting for my break and then stop the stream in 10 minutes anyway. Yeah, it's been quite an intense process so far, because I'm this scene is really kind of intense building in a good way, because it's lots of fun. I hope you like the process of the progress I made in the last almost 2 hours. Where did we start? We started here, right? So this was what it looked like before, and then we have now been constructing the whole temple, etc. So yeah, nice. Yeah, this will be great. This will also be a nice coloring page. All right, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting, and I'll make sure that I'll grow my beard until the next stream, at least a bit. And yeah, maybe I'll even stream the third of the 3 artworks that are still to be done for the book. Speaking of the book, you know where to find it. You know where to find the Kickstarter. It's just 48 hours. No, it's 49 hours now left before the campaign runs out. So last chance to get the book on Kickstarter. You can get it in my shop after the Kickstarter, but you won't have all the extras coming along on Kickstarter, which is the best price, which is a free postcards, a free sticker, a free A3 print coloring sheet, and shipping before Christmas. That's maybe important if you want to give it away as a Christmas gift. So that's all the perks coming with backing it on Kickstarter. But later on, there will be a limited amount left for my shop, and I'm also planning to run the campaign again on Indiegogo. So if you prefer that platform, that's what I heard from a couple of other campaign runners, that this is not a bad idea to just, like, for the prints that are left and unsold, run the campaign on Indiegogo. But yeah, for the collector's edition, I have a limited amount, and if they're gone, they're gone. So if you want to save one of these, definitely check out the Kickstarter. All right, guys, see you soon. You know where to reach out, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.